Brooke Burke looks amazing at 53. Here's her #1 secret.
I want to talk about the F word. Are you ready? Flab. And it can happen in your 30s or in your 50s like it did to me. One day we just wake up and then suddenly we're squishier and we're softer and our skin feels stretchier, and then we start gaining weight. And it begins to show under our arms, our backsides, our faces. For me, it was my stomach. This extra layer of flab that was never there before. I tried to hide it by wearing longer tops, stretchier pants, and I actually hoped that no one noticed, but still, I noticed. And it was really frustrating because I was doing all the right things. I was eating well, I was sleeping well, I was exercising more than usual. You probably know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. I'm 53 years old, and I have never felt better. I am leaner, I am stronger, I'm more energetic than ever. My stomach is even tighter now than it was 10 years ago. It took adding one specific type of protein that's key to fighting flab. I know protein is kind of a buzzword these days, but I can practically guarantee that you've never heard this before. I'm gonna show you how this one protein can help you build muscle and lose fat without even working out. Hi, I'm Brooke Burke, and you may recognize me from my time on Dancing with the Stars, first as a contestant and then as a co-host. I'm a television personality and an entrepreneur, though my real passion is health and wellness. I've created my own digital fitness platform, wrote best-selling books about living a healthy lifestyle, and I've made it a mission to help others achieve their wellness goals. But I have a confession. Here's what I normally post on my social media. Look at her, fit, confident, happy, right? Well, the truth is, when that photo was taken, my body started to change. And all of a sudden, the abs that I worked so hard to maintain became mushy. My clothes started fitting differently, it was harder to button my pants, and it wasn't just my stomach. My skin looked and felt different too. Where did the elasticity go? Was that cellulite starting to appear? I wasn't eating differently, I wasn't training differently. What the actual F word? Well, there I was posting pics, showing a me that was confident and powerful, when the real me was actually self-conscious and a little bit uncomfortable. And look, I've faced challenges before, but this was different. This was my profession. It was my passion. It was part of my identity. How could I continue to practice what I preach when I wasn't getting the results that I promised? And maybe you've been there. Maybe you've had that inner dialogue. Negative voices starting to creep in. I don't feel good. I don't look good. I mean, is this what aging really looks like? But then I thought about what I've been through. I've survived thyroid cancer. I have several severe autoimmune issues. I've given birth 4 times. And heck, I've even gotten through hot flashes and mood swings from menopause. Was I really gonna give up now? So I started something called biohacking, which it's making small changes to improve health and well-being. And I went all in researching and experimenting. I explored everything from journals to clinical studies to panels, even seminars. Yeah, I admit it, I kind of totally geek out on this stuff. But I was determined to find a solution to fight our flab. Well, guys, I found it, and it changed everything for me. I'm slimmer, I'm stronger, and healthier. And now when I post on my social media, I'm honestly confident and happy. And I know this biohack is gonna work for you too. I've actually seen it happen. I've seen folks become more active, more comfortable with their bodies, and once again enjoy the things that they love. So what would that look like for you? Waking up with boundless energy, being able to button your jeans without having to lie down and suck it in, free of constantly worrying about your weight, and still eating your favorite foods? Well, it is possible, and it doesn't require any gimmicky diets or crazy workouts or pills or potions. In fact, it takes less than a minute a day to get back to the life that you want, the life that you deserve. And today I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make it happen. Oh, and wait until you see the celebrity who completely transformed their body. I'm gonna share that with you too. So first, I wanna make sure that you understand why protein is so important. Muscle is metabolically active tissue, which is basically a fancy way to say that it burns calories even at rest. So the less muscle we have, the less calories we burn. And that makes it easier to gain fat and harder to lose weight. This is why protein, which can increase muscle mass, is so powerful for getting lean, strong, and fit. Still, when I started talking about protein with my friends, 90% of those that I spoke to were misinformed. So I wanna clear up any confusion and help resolve some protein problems. Protein problem number 1. Protein is only for athletes. Okay, this is false. And I get it. I used to associate protein with bodybuilders eating 12 raw eggs to add bulk. Not the look that I wanted. I'm not gonna bore you with a bunch of science, but basically, protein reduces our hunger hormone and helps boost our fullness hormone. So, when you have protein, you feel more full with less food. This one study showed increasing protein intake from 15% to 30% of calories made overweight women Eat on an average of 441 fewer calories each day without intentionally restricting anything. And get this, it actually helps you burn calories too. High protein intake can significantly boost your metabolism, increasing the number of calories that you burn. So I read one study about how a high protein group burned 260 more calories per day than a low protein group. And that's equivalent to about an hour of exercise without working out. Since a high protein diet helps you eat less and burn more, many folks who increase protein lose weight. So let's get to protein problem number 2. True or false? Most people get enough protein in their diet. False. So science tells us that we should be getting about 1 gram per pound of body weight. Yet many people don't get nearly the recommended amount in their diets. And I used to think that I was getting plenty of protein, and I was astonished to find out how little I was actually eating. Here's a quick protein pop quiz. Which has more protein, Greek yogurt or eggs? The answer is Greek yogurt. There's about 15 grams and 3/4 of a cup. 1 egg has about 6 grams of protein. So which has more protein, cottage cheese or almond butter? Full transparency, I got this one wrong. The answer is cottage cheese. There's about 13 grams of protein and 4 ounces of cottage cheese. A tablespoon of almond butter has just a little over 3 grams. Can you believe that? So which has more protein, a smoothie or a protein bar? The answer is the smoothie. There's about 15 grams of protein in the smoothie, and this protein bar only has 5. So how did you do? Back to the 1 gram per pound of body weight. Let's see what the servings per day would look like for a woman weighing 150 pounds. You would need to eat around 23 eggs, oh my gosh, or 45 tablespoons of peanut butter, or 23 chicken wings, or 7 servings of steak. You get the point. It's a lot. So I'm gonna show you a much easier way to not only get the right amount, but to get high quality protein too. Which leads me to protein problem number 3. All protein is created equal. Once again, this is false, especially for those of us who need to build muscle. You see, the building blocks of protein are its 20 amino acids. 9 of those amino acids are considered essential, which means that our bodies can't make them, so we need to get them through diet. And one of those essential amino acids is vital to fight the flab. It's called leucine. Leucine, which is found in foods like eggs, is key for building and repairing muscles. So when we eat protein containing leucine, our bodies produce this mighty molecule called HMB. So it has this really fancy name, hydroxymethylbutyrate, but I like to think it stands for help muscle building, because HMB can help reduce body fat, increase muscle mass, reduce muscle damage, and improve strength in adults of all ages. So now here's the catch. You can only get a teeny bit of HMB from eating foods high in leucine. For instance, an egg gives you about 0.3 grams of HMB. So to get enough to really help muscle building, around 3 grams, you'd have to eat about 100 eggs. I was determined to help muscle building and get rid of my flab. So I started researching supplement companies selling HMB, and I found a few. The reviews on them, they weren't positive though. I even tried a couple, and honestly, I didn't notice any changes. Worse, many of them tasted awful, gritty, chalky. I mean, you're not gonna keep doing something that tastes gross, right? And on top of that, they were expensive. So still, I wasn't ready to give up on it. Well, not yet. I felt like there was a missing piece of the puzzle. And that's when I discovered groundbreaking research from the National Institute of Health. The NIH looked at how HMB performed when combined with one other nutrient. A nutrient that, when not consumed at the recommended dose, can accelerate age-related muscle loss. And roughly 40% of Americans are deficient in it. I'm talking about the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D. You see, vitamin D plays an important role in muscle development. So it turns out that the combo of HMB and vitamin D is fire. And together they help muscle building and development. In the NIH study, one group was given a supplement made of 3,000 milligrams of HMB and vitamin D, and another group was given a placebo. Then they tracked the subjects for an entire year. Here's what's amazing. The group that got the HMB plus vitamin combo showed significant improvement in muscle function versus those that took the placebo. And get this, that group improved without doing physical exercise. What? I mean, this turned everything that I thought I knew about strength and fitness upside down. And I should be clear, I'm not encouraging you to stop exercising. There are so many benefits of regular exercise, in addition to maintaining and building muscle. It helps you control your weight, it boosts your energy, improves your mood, promotes better sleep, and it is a fantastic way to help fight the flab. Still, for those unable to work out, perhaps you have an injury or because you're just too busy, science has given us all a way, regardless of physical activity, to get strong and build muscle in any decade of life. And surprisingly, this was the hardest part of my journey. Sure, there were protein powders that claimed to contain both ingredients, but the proportions were off. I wanted the full 3,000 milligrams, which is the amount that was shown to be clinically effective in the study to help muscle building and development. I scoured the supermarket shelves and I hunted in my local health food store. And just when I thought the high quality combo didn't exist, I discovered the perfect protein. And it turns out the man behind it was pretty famous too.
Are you ready to rock and roll?
Do you guys remember the P90X guy? His name is Tony Horton, and he is a fitness legend. Tony made a name for himself creating the hardest workout program of all time, and he has helped improve the lives of millions of people around the world. But Tony nearly lost everything when he developed a debilitating disease called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome that affected his muscles.
When I lost my ability to even walk, I was pretty much wasting away.
My muscle mass was completely disappearing.
There I was, a professional trainer for 30 years, and all of a sudden,
I couldn't work out, I couldn't eat, I couldn't get out of bed.
And that's when Tony learned about the studies showing the potential of HMB and vitamin D, and he began experimenting.
lo and behold, I began putting muscle back on my withered body. It was very slowly at first, but then I regained the ability to walk, go up and down the stairs, and then I'll tell you, I'll never forget it, that very special day when I was finally able to get back into the gym.
Tony was amazed by the results.
The knowledge that this breakthrough nutrient compound could be life-changing for millions of other people inspired me to develop my own formula, replicating and improving upon the exact combination of nutrients.
The full 3,000 milligrams a day, the amount that help people improve muscle function and maintain their ability to perform everyday activities even without doing physical exercise. It helped me not only get me back on my feet, but I still take it to this day, every day. And I can honestly tell you, I am in the best shape of my life.
So this is what I had been searching for. High impact protein from Power Life by Tony Horton. It's the best way for us to get strong and slim without counting calories or spending hours in the gym. But there's more. Tony combined the 3,000 milligrams of HMB and vitamin D with a specialized digestive enzyme called digozyme, which helps transport the strength-building nutrients straight to your muscles. And this is key for us because as our hormone levels decrease with age, so does our enzyme production, slowing down digestion. Tony knew what it felt like to suddenly lose muscle mass, and he recognized the desire to build it back fast. But Tony didn't stop there, because along with muscle loss, most of us, Tony, me, maybe you, experience an increase in fat. Tony tackled that too. He added a potent nutrient to the formula called chromium that helps you burn fat while maintaining lean muscle mass. So now, his high-impact protein doesn't just help you get stronger, it can also help you achieve your weight loss goals with more muscle and less fat. All the ammunition we need to fight the flab. Adding Tony's high-impact protein to my morning smoothies gives me a whopping 15 grams of protein, so I do it daily. My routine, 15, has been transformative. It helps me feel lighter, brighter, and tighter. I like what I see when I look in the mirror or in the camera, and that is the me that I want to be. Strong, self-assured, the me that I want to share with others. So I can be 100% genuine when I say that this works for me, and I believe that it can work for you too. Both Tony's high impact whey and plant protein formulas are sweetened with stevia leaf extract. So there's no added sugar, no artificial sweeteners. Every scoop tastes naturally sweet with no extra calories, carbs, or fat. And it's gluten-free, just like me. Remember, I was just like you. And now I'm proud of what my body can do, my strength and my energy. And you can feel this way too, even if you gain weight easily, have a crazy busy schedule, and no time to work out, or think that you've tried everything. You can experience your own transformation. Still, I need to be honest with you. If you're looking for a magic pill, something that melts 50 pounds of fat in a week, this is not for you. This is a science-backed solution that really works. High-impact protein is the result of tons of time, effort, and money. And it's for people who want to reap the benefits of that. It's for folks that see through the phony miracle promises, yet still want a convenient and effective way to help their bodies gain muscle and lose fat. High-impact protein was designed specifically for someone like you that wants to fight flab, But don't just take my word for it.
So when I was 50 and I went through menopause, and my muscle mass was going away, I noticed my butt was getting soft and mushy, which it's never been. But I've been taking this protein powder, and no question, my butt muscles are coming back.
I don't have the lumpies behind my legs now. I feel really good, especially since I'm not in the gym doing any kind of workouts with the weights. I have definition in my legs, and my biceps are back.
I was so focused on am I stronger because I feel stronger, but to see that there's a secondary benefit that I actually lost body fat was just outstanding and amazing.
And just like Janine and Kim, you too can start losing weight while building back muscle and strength. And just like people in those studies, and the thousands of folks who are already using, loving, and living their best lives with high-impact protein. Now, if you're wondering how you can try high-impact protein for yourself, you should know this formula is not available in stores. And here's why. Retailers add huge profit margins to products to pay for their operations, CEO salaries, and meet stockholder demands for profits. They want to sell high-impact protein for over $100 a jar. But Tony wanted to make it as affordable as possible to give everyone a chance to look and feel their best. So he took the unusual step of not selling his formula in stores where it could be subject to the expensive middleman markup and offer it directly to you here online, which allows him to significantly reduce the cost to you, all the way down to just $69.95 per jar. Here's the thing. While I know this is a huge savings, I also know it's out of reach for many of you. And still, I believe that everyone needs this high-impact protein, and so does Tony. So because you've watched this entire video and because you are committed to your health and well-being, Tony is dramatically lowering the price for a short period of time. So if you order right now through this video presentation, you won't have to spend $100. You won't even have to spend half of that. You'll get a single jar of high-impact protein for just $49.95. That's another $20 off the already discounted price. So why is he lowering the price so much? Because Tony and I share the same mission. We've dedicated our lives to helping others achieve their wellness goals. And this formula is the simplest, most powerful tool that we can think of to get the job done. In fact, we're so sure that high-impact protein will work for you that we're guaranteeing it. Every single purchase is protected by a 90-day satisfaction promise. That's right, you get to try it risk-free for 3 whole months and just see how you feel. So go ahead and order as many jars of high-impact protein as you like. Use every last scoop. Pass it out to your friends and family. And if you don't feel like you got your money's worth within 90 days, or if it doesn't deliver the result you hoped for, or if you even change your mind for any reason whatsoever, just return your jars, even if they're empty, for a full refund of your purchase price, no questions asked. That's how confident I am that this is going to be an absolute life changer for you. And I know that once you start noticing changes in your body, that you're not going to want to go back when you start to feel yourself getting slimmer and stronger. And I don't want you to give up on getting the body of your dreams, because one thing I've noticed is that when folks fall in love with high-impact protein, they end up wanting to buy a few more jars at the same time. So Tony created some multi-pack subscription options to help you do just that and get some really big savings at the same time. When you order a pack of 3 jars, you'll pay just $39.95 a jar. That's a discount of $30 per jar for a total savings of $90. And if you order a pack of 6 jars, you'll get an even bigger discount, $37 per jar, for just a whopping $192 in savings. I highly recommend that you take a good look at these bulk options because the best, most exciting changes can come when you use this formula consistently every single day. So give yourself the best chance of enjoying all that high-impact protein has to offer, feeling youthful, muscle building, fat burning, and more. Now, to guarantee you keep getting this incredible formula each and every month like clockwork, all you have to do is click the next step button below, and you can have high-impact protein on its way to your door in just a few days' time. So you're not sure how to do that? Well, I am a pro at loading up any shopping cart, so let me show you. When you click the next step button today, you'll make your way to a page that looks like this. Simply click on the option that works best for you, then hit add to cart. And here's what's gonna happen next. I want you to walk with me into the future. Let's go to 1 week after your high-impact protein arrived. You've been mixing a scoop with water in the morning. You're still a little surprised at how easy and delicious it is, and amazed that you're already feeling lighter and more energized. Just that 1 week gave you so much enthusiasm, didn't it? So let's go forward 2 more weeks. It's only been 21 days since you clicked that button, and you're wearing a pair of pants that hasn't fit in decades. They zipped up so easily. Your tummy seems flatter and tighter. You feel stronger and a bit sexier too. You want to go 1 more week? So now it's day 28. Take a look in the mirror. That's right. You like what you see. And you're super confident. And others are noticing too. People are asking what you've done or what you've had done, and you feel pretty darn amazing. So now I want you to remember that feeling because it all started right here. Right now when you click the next step button for your high impact protein. Your transformation begins today, but no one can do it for you. You have to be the one to take that crucial next step toward the life that you want and the life that you deserve. If you're ready to discover the you that you've always wanted to be, click the next step button right now. I'm Brooke Burke, and thank you for joining me and for being part of this journey. I am so excited to welcome you to the Power Life family.